What is up? Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. I am the artist known as, and this is my channel. Today, it's a pretty special episode, I gotta say. We're doing a Q&A, which will be my first ever Q&A, and it's all in celebration of you, the viewer, who is here right now. I have literally gone up almost 200 subscribers in the last 2 days. I'm about to crack 500. By the time this video's up, I probably will. So I'm doing this Q&A for all my new viewers, just to learn more about me, and I hope you enjoy this. I got 2 drawings for you as well, so it's super special. First video doing 2 drawings. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Our very first question comes from Robin Taylor. She says, "Nice. Where did you get the idea for scribble art? It's super unique." Well, thank you very much, Robin. I appreciate that. And I would have to say it probably stems from me drawing abstract. Mostly that's like my primary style. And it's essentially the same thing, you know, you scribble some random shit down and you gotta figure it out. It's kind of like a puzzle or a workout for your creativity, where you have to come up with something you essentially wouldn't want to initially. I don't know if that makes sense. I might be making it more confusing than it is, but that's why. Thank you very much for the question, Robin. By the way, anyone watching, Robin makes dope-ass music, and all of the channels that ask me questions will be linked in the description, so if you want to go check them out, feel free to do so. They are all awesome artists. Alright, question number 2 comes from Doodling Cute, and they ask, what is your favorite art style? And, I mean, as I just said, probably abstract. I really want to start getting into other styles of art, though. I've started delving into realism a little bit, and one channel that I watch a lot who does 3D art I think is really fucking cool, so I want to start trying to do some sort of 3D art as well. Kind of like abstract, but not at all. Actually, what am I talking about? Stupid. But yeah, if I had to say, abstract is definitely my favorite style, but I'm gonna start trying to branch out, and who knows, maybe I'll find a new favorite style. You know, it's all about trying new things out at the end of the day. Huge shout out to Doodling Cute. Thank you for the question. And here comes number 3. This question comes from Can't Tell, and he asks, where are some of the places you lived, and what's your fave? Well, I've lived in quite a few places. I'm originally from California. I moved to Hawaii after high school and lived there for a couple years. And then I moved to LA and lived in LA for a little while. And then I moved to New Mexico and I lived there for about a year and a half for work. And then I moved back to California and lived there for a little bit longer. And then I moved to Georgia for about a year and a half. And then this whole fucking pandemic shit happened. And now I'm back in California. If I had to answer though, Hawaii. Hawaii was the best place I lived, 100%. Hands down. It's not even a question. Yeah. Thank you so much for the question, though. Can't Tell also makes dope music, so check him out as well. And just quickly before the next question, I gotta give a huge shout out to all you guys supporting me in my journey. If you're new here and you like this content and you want more, I know it's just a Q&A, but I got tons of videos on my channel. Subscribe, hit that notifications bell, like the videos, comment below. Really helps out. And I just want to say thank you again so much. So jumping into the next question, here we go. All right, moving on to question number 4. What do we got here? We got Pillay All Rounders. Sorry again if I butchered that. But they ask, what inspired you to start drawing and when did it happen? That is a great question. I couldn't tell you what inspired me, just because when it happened was so long ago and I was so young. I don't remember. If I had to guess, it would be because I went to a Waldorf school, and for those of you who don't know what Waldorf school is, I would say it's more of like a creativity, like, based sort of thing. Like, we didn't get tests really until like 6th or 8th grade, and we made our own textbooks called main lesson books, where we would draw pictures and write the entire essay about what we learned into the book. And it was just very like centered on like bringing our creativity out, and I would guess that's what it was. But then also I used to like make mazes and maps and like games out of these mazes when I was a kid, and I'm not sure if I did that before I went to school or not. I just know that I was always artistically inclined, and I loved drawing and stuff when I was a kid, and that has dwindled a little bit since I've become an adult, but I still find myself going back to drawing and making art consistently. And I mean, now I've almost been drawing for 2 months straight, right? And I haven't even stopped a day. So, back to your initial question, I would say a very, very long time ago, and just life. I don't know. I was just always inspired to draw. I feel like I'm doing that part of the question an injustice, and maybe it's just me, but any other artists, comment below. Maybe you can describe your like inspiration and what inspired you to do art better, because I'm just horrible at it. I'm sorry. But here we go. Question number 5. And question number 5 comes from my good friend Allie. She doesn't have any social media, so I'm going to be throwing up the text that she sent me the question for. And it goes, what famous person are you inviting to dinner and why? This one was also pretty tough just because I've never really thought about it, but I wanted to leave it more open-ended, so I didn't specify whether the people had to be alive or dead. That being said, and I would probably have to say Robin Williams. He's just a crazy funny motherfucker. R.I.P. I mean, god damn. For those of you who are too young to know who Robin Williams is, or just don't know for some reason, just know he's iconic. I mean, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire, Flubber. I mean, that's just 3 off the top of my head. Robin Williams was hands down a legend in comedy. And if I had to sit down to dinner with any celebrity, I think it would be him. Question number 6 comes from Cheryl Ali Khani. I hope I pronounced that right. Again, sorry if I butchered it. But they ask, have you ever tried the Arteza Ever Blend markers? I have the 170 set and grayscale, but haven't had a chance to use them much yet. No, I haven't, unfortunately. I'm pretty set in my ways when it comes to Posca paint markers. Those are watercolor paint pens, for those who don't know. It's a Japanese company, I believe. And those pens are awesome. But I definitely want to try and start branching out, like I said earlier, and try different styles and mediums. Like, I mean, oil painting is something I really, really want to try. Wood burning would be fucking dope. I don't know how I'd start doing that, but that would be really cool. Yeah, I think it's a good thing when artists like branch out and try different things, because it helps build creativity, you know? Little off topic of the question, but yeah, I haven't tried them, but if I get a chance, I will. And just a reminder for anyone watching, any of these people that are asking me these questions, you can find their link in my description. They all make dope art, so I very much encourage you to go check them out. And question number 7 comes from QnA's Art. Again, I really hope I pronounced that right. She has 2 questions. She says, number 1, is abstract art your favorite, or do you just freestyle with other different genres of art? And I'm sure by now you know the answer, but yes, abstract is my favorite. And I'm definitely looking forward to jumping into different genres and trying new things. I think that would be really fun. And question number 2 is, do you consider art to be your career or favorite hobby? At this moment in time, it's 100% my favorite hobby. It's not my career whatsoever. It would be really cool if it was, but we'll see how things go. I've sold a few pieces, but nothing to where I could call it a career, you know? But the future is wide open. Who knows? We'll see where this goes. Thank you so much for the question. Now, moving on to my final question. Question number 8. And this question comes from Duncan Tran. He says, dope. When did you start drawing and doing music? Well, to answer the first question, like I said, I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. I couldn't even tell you when I started, to be completely honest. When it comes to music, I really got into like freestyling and like almost like spoken word, but like more of like a rap, like freestyle type deal. Around the time I was in Hawaii, I would go and hang out with my friends and smoke a little bit and drink some beers, and we'd just like try and freestyle as long as we could on a beat. And from that, I wrote a couple songs here and there. I consider it more of a hobby personally, but I love making music as well. And after that, I just started, recording some things and trying to put some stuff together. And I hope you guys like it. But I would have to say I probably started around 2015, 2014 maybe. I don't know. But I wasn't super into it. Like, I spent maybe a good couple months during quarantine making music and some songs here and there. But I've never really jumped into it. I've been doing other artistic things. Alright, Duncan, thank you so much for that last question. And thank you all for watching through this entire video. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked it, like it. Subscribe if you aren't already. Hit that notifications bell. It really helps me a lot. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here and sticking around and enjoying my content. So with that being said, have a great night, morning, or afternoon of your day. And with that being said, I'm out. Shoots!